All around us, there's this invisible safety net, a critical test that makes sure the veins of our modern world, we're talking pipes and tanks holding back immense pressure, don't suddenly fail. So today, let's pull back the curtain on this hidden process and see exactly how it all works. So think about this for a second. How in the world do you test a massive pipeline that's designed to hold explosive materials without, causing an explosion? You can't just pump it full and cross your fingers. You need a way to find its breaking point safely. And believe me, the stakes are incredibly high. In industries like oil and gas, these systems are literally the arteries of our entire energy infrastructure. A failure isn't just a little leak. It could be a massive environmental disaster or a tragic safety event. Failure is just not an option. So that brings us back to the big question. How do you test for a worst-case scenario without creating one? Well, the answer is actually kind of surprising, and honestly pretty brilliant in its simplicity. You test it with water. Yep, just plain old water. This elegant solution is at the heart of a process called hydrostatic testing. Okay, so what does that actually mean? Hydrostatic testing is basically the gold standard for pressure checking pretty much anything. The idea is you fill a system completely with water, seal it all up, and then you start cranking up the pressure, way beyond what it would ever see in its normal life. And we're not just talking a little bit of extra pressure here. The industry standard, the one written into all the serious engineering codes like ASME, is to test a system to 1.3 times its maximum design pressure. That builds in a huge factor of safety and really proves the system can take an incredible amount of stress. Now, this is the really cool part. The reason water is so incredibly safe for this job all comes down to physics. Water, unlike a gas, is almost impossible to compress. So if a pipe or a weld happens to fail during the test, all that pressure releases instantly with just a small leak, a little pop. But if you tried this with a compressed gas, that stored energy would be released in a massive, dangerous explosion, a big bang. So this pop, not a bang idea is a huge reason why this method has become the global benchmark for safety and reliability. Let's dive into why pretty much every engineer and operator on the planet trusts it. Reason number one, and this is the big one, is just unparalleled safety. Because water is incompressible, you basically eliminate the risk of a catastrophic explosion. There is literally no safer way to find the weak spots in a high-pressure system. It lets you discover a potential failure in a totally controlled environment, which is exactly what you want. Second, everyone, and I mean everyone, is on board. We're talking about all the major players, Shell, BP, you name it. And it's written into all the most important engineering codes. Now, in the world of engineering, that kind of universal agreement tells you one thing. This method is proven, reliable, and it works. And finally, it gives you a complete health check of the entire system. A hydro test isn't just about finding a pinhole leak. It's a full-on stress test for everything. The strength of the steel, the quality of every single weld, the performance of the flanges and gaskets, the whole shebang. Passing a hydro test is a rock-solid guarantee that the system is ready for service. Okay, so it sounds pretty perfect, right? Well, not so fast. As with pretty much everything in engineering, there are trade-offs. And while hydrotesting is incredibly safe and effective, using all that water brings its own unique set of challenges. It really comes down to using the right tool for the right job. A hydrotest is fantastic for confirming the overall strength of a system and finding any major leaks. But it's not great for sniffing out tiny, microscopic leaks. And of course, it's a complete non-starter for any system that has to stay absolutely bone dry, like lines for sensitive instruments. And if we dig a little deeper, the problems are both chemical and logistical. I mean, you're pumping water into steel pipes. That's a recipe for corrosion if you don't get it out of there quickly and properly. It means you need a whole water management plan for what to do with it afterwards. And very often, you have to spend a lot of extra time, money, and energy just getting the system completely dry again. So now that we've got the what and the why, let's get into the how. What does a hydrostatic test actually look like out in the field? Well, it's a very careful step-by-step dance with 5 main stages. First up is preparation. You gotta isolate the system and do all your safety checks. Then comes filling, and you do this slowly, making sure to vent all the air out. That part is absolutely crucial because any trapped air is like a tiny compressed spring, and that just reintroduces risk. Next, you slowly start pressurizing, bringing it all the way up to that 1.3 times margin. The fourth stage, holding, is really the main event. For about 30 to 60 minutes, the pressure is held steady while inspectors walk the entire line, looking for any pressure drops or visible weeping. And finally, you safely depressurize the system and drain out all the water. All right, let's zoom out. We've gone through the science, the pros and cons, and the whole process. But why does any of this really matter to us? Well, it's because this invisible test is a fundamental piece of the safety infrastructure we all depend on every single day. And you find it everywhere. Those huge pipelines carrying fuel across the country, they're hydrotested. The firewater system inside a big building that's there to save lives, it's hydrotested. All those massive storage tanks and pressure vessels at industrial plants. Yep, you guessed it. It's this silent guardian, working behind the scenes to ensure safety in countless systems that we never even think about. At the end of the day, hydrostatic testing is just a perfect example of the kind of brilliant, hidden engineering that keeps our complex world from falling apart. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other invisible tests and quiet acts of engineering are out there, keeping us all safe every single day? Thanks for joining me for this one.